Hello, friends. Merry Christmas. Almost. Merry Christmas Eve, which is almost as fun as Christmas Eve because it's like you're excited for Christmas Eve and then you get to be excited for Christmas. But go ahead and let me know where you're watching from when you pop on. I'm going to go ahead and share this to my Facebook page, which is Rhea Coleman. So if we're not friends there, make sure that you request to follow me. You can also click the See First button, so that way you don't miss out on a beat. And then I also put my shopping link right here in the comments. So everything you're about to see is going to be available right there, rheahopebeauty.com. I'm going to share with you guys full outfit details over on my Instagram story as soon as I get off here. I know I'm going to get lots of questions on my necklaces and my beads, but I promise you as soon as I get off, I'll be over on Instagram stories, which if you don't follow me on Instagram, make sure that you request to. All you have to do is search Rhea Hope. I make it so easy to find me everywhere. All you have to do is search Rhea Hope, RAYAHOPE, on YouTube, Pinterest, Instagram, Facebook, you name it, besides Twitter. I don't tweet. I'm not a Twitter. Merry Christmas. Hello, guys. Okay, so I know I've been so MIA, but honestly, you guys probably feel me why we're moving, Christmas time. It's been mayhem, but I've missed you guys, so we're here, and it's slowly getting dark, so hopefully we have enough light to be able to get away with this. So we're going to go ahead and get started. So I'm going to mix actually my favorite combination, which would be the BB Flawless Complexion Enhancer with my Liquid Touch. I've been actually talking about this combination a lot with some of you over on private messaging with me color matching you guys. And I decided that I want to show you guys, again, my favorite combo because one, it's incredibly flawless and it's super full coverage and it will hide whatever you got going on. But what I love most about it is it actually is also very hydrating. So if you have dry skin or you're experiencing dry skin with the weather out right now, this would be a really great combo. So as you saw, I just used a little dollop of the BB Flawless and I put on my Liquid Touch right on top. I'm using the shade Lace in the liquid and then I'm using the shade Bisque in the BB Flawless. And we're using our powder concealer brush to first apply this. So I'm just mixing it all over my skin, kind of buffing it in all over and over my eyelids. Now on my skin already, I have on 2 products and I really think that it really, really matters and how flawless my makeup outcome is with using this combination. So what I do is I always spray my face down with the setting spray first. Then I use my my Glorious Face Primer, which is really good for normal to oily skin. Otherwise, we have a hydrating face primer if you have dry skin, which you can actually get for free for the remainder of this month. So if you haven't done that yet, make sure that you message me. If you are spending over $200, message me before you place that order because you can earn the hydrating face primer for free. So then after I put on my Glorious Face Primer, then I spray my setting spray one more time. And then now we're ready for foundation. I really think that goes into how full coverage my makeup looks in the end of this part because it's sitting on an even surface. So if you think about it like you're painting a wall, you always prime the wall first. And why do you prime it? 1, to make the color look more pigmented. And 2, so it doesn't kind of fall into all of the cracks and creases on the wall, right? So same goes for your face. You don't want your foundation seeping in your pores or your fine lines or your wrinkles. So we want to give our face an even surface to sit on top of. Yeah, I know the Polar Express was so much fun. We had a blast. Thank you. So that brush is by Unique. This is called the Powder Concealer Brush. It's awesome. It's dual-sided. You could use this side for contouring your nose, eyeshadow, contour. I mean, you could do so much with this stuff. When I was actually up at Unique, corporate, the makeup artist there actually used this end to apply it. She just liked being more intentional with it. I like this. I love that I can just pop it on all over. All right, so now I'm using my BB Flawless one more time and we're just gonna dab this around our face and I'm gonna start blending it in with the blending bud. Am I blurry for everyone? I'm seeing that comment a lot. Blurry, 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 hold on. Okay, I just undid for my Wi-Fi. Let me know if that helps. Let me know if that's any better. Thank you. Merry Christmas to you guys. So let me know if that's any better for you guys. Give it a few seconds and let's see if it fixes itself. Otherwise, I'll hop right back on to the Wi-Fi and see if that helps. It's been really, really rainy and yucky here, so I think that might be part of the blame. It got better for you. Blurry, when prepping your skin, do you layer spray, primer, spray, back to back, or do you wait a few minutes between each? So I usually will wait a few minutes between each step. So I'll do the spray, and then I'll let it dry. And then I do my primer, and I'll usually wait like 2 to 3 minutes before I do my spray again, because I want to give time for the primer to set into place. I'm blurry still. I'm worse, not for me. Worse now. Okay, hold on. Okay, give it a few seconds, and let's see if that's better.
I got off my Wi-Fi.
Okay, and we're getting off our Wi-Fi's here. I think Facebook is because watching another live video and I was doing that. Oh, okay, not better. So give it a few minutes and let's see if it gets better. Let me know if it does. Much better. Okay, good. All right, so that was my full foundation coverage. So again, that was the Liquid Touch Foundation and the BB Flawless Complexion Enhancer mixed together. So this is making it hydrating and making it full coverage. So like I said, if you want something that's gonna hide whatever you got going on, this is a really, really great coverage. And I love that this adds that hydrating touch to it. So that is what my favorite combo is for really all year, but especially during winter when I feel really dry. So now I'm going to take my concealer, and we're using the shade Organza and the Skin Perfecting Concealer, and I always warm it up in between my fingers, just like that. And then once we have it on there, then I kind of dot this around my under eye in an upside down triangle shape. So just like so. This is really going to hide dark circles, puffy under eyes, whatever you got going on. And what I also really, really, really think that helps with full coverage is the blending buds, which are by Unique. These are made from a different material than like your everyday beauty blender. I always compare them to kind of like a wetsuit material. So these aren't going to absorb as much makeup as an everyday beauty blender would. Like this one, this would like soak up your makeup. This would not. I use them damp, so it kind of adds a little bit more moisture into our skin, which helps our foundation and concealer really look incredible. But now it's time to set it, which also is going to bump up the coverage. Do you use a lighter shade in concealer? Yes, I do. So I use the shade Lace in the liquid foundation, and then I use the shade Organza in the concealer, which is ever so lightly lighter. If you're not sure what color foundation or concealer to wear, you can message me and I can color match you. I can give you a full recommendation on what products to grab and what order to use them in and really walk you through it. I know a lot of people watch and they think, oh, I could never do that. And you absolutely can. I was never into makeup really. I had no education in it, no experience, and all I did was watch these lives, practice at home, and it wasn't long until I figured out the perfect combination and techniques for my skin. So I really encourage you guys to give it a shot, and it really makes it easy having these same products to be able to do the exact same thing I'm doing at home with your own. So right now I just use the Touch Bold Translucent Setting Powder, and we're using this technique called baking, which is essentially just taking a lot of product and putting it on your face. I pop the cap off mine. Usually it comes with this little mesh plate, which is helpful if you don't have oily skin. You can really utilize that plate so it helps you not overuse product. And we're just using the fan brush. We're gonna just sweep any residue of this away. Now what this does is it's gonna draw out the natural oils of your skin and trap them in the translucent powder instead of the natural oils or humidity or sweat or anything like that pushing against your foundation, making it look greasy or heavy. This is gonna absorb that. Yeah, Beverly, hop off and hop back on and let me know if that helps. Oh no, I'm not wearing pajamas. It's like a flannel. It's from Old Navy. But these would be really cute pajamas. Okay, so now we're gonna set the rest of our face. So now if you do have dry skin, you're not gonna wanna use a setting powder. Most people at least. Some people can still get away with it. But if you are not a fan of using setting powder, this is another step that you can do to set your under eye and to prevent under eye creasing. This is also gonna help your under eyes look tighter and brighter and more youthful. So if you experience puffy under eyes, this is also a really good option. So we're gonna take our Mineral Touch Pressed Powder in the shade Scarlet, and we're gonna take it on a beauty blender, kind of bounce that on there, just like so. And then we're gonna push this on our under eye And what this is gonna do is it's gonna act as kind of like cement. It's gonna prevent our concealer from creasing, and it's also gonna add a brightening effect to our under eye, which is gonna make it look tighter and more youthful, brighter. See how it really highlights your under eye? So this was dry, and this was the Mineral Touch Pressed Powder in the shade Scarlet. This is actually still on sale in this month's Kudos, which is going to be only around until the 31st of this month. So if you have yet to grab this month's Kudos, I highly recommend it, because you can get any choice of foundation. You can get the liquid, you can get the BB Flawless, you can get the Mineral Touch. So you get to pick whatever foundation you want, but only for this month. And I promise you guys, the foundation will not be going on sale anytime soon. They've put it on sale a ton this year, 2019. So 2020, I feel like we're going to have to wait a while. So if you have yet to grab the foundation, make sure you do so, or at least stock up. If you know your shade, or you know your summer shade, or if you don't, message me and I can tell you. Oh, yay, I'm so glad your order came fast. So the blending buds, yes, I use these damp that I use for my concealer and my foundation. This guy I just mist with my setting spray when I'm using it with the powder. For the other side, which I set my under eye, I did not use it. Now, if you have really dry under eyes, another option that you could do, instead of spraying it with the setting spray, you could actually spray it with a rose water. So that's another option. A rose water is amazing. It's a toner, so it helps to actually tighten your under eyes, but it also acts as a refreshment for your skin. So it's another option for you if you do have really dry skin, that you can mist your face with rose water at any point throughout your makeup routine to add some hydration. Excited for the steals and deals? Yes, me too. Do you dip in the beauty blender under the eyes? I think I just I answered that one. But if you guys have any other questions, holler them out now while I can read. I know it's so hard for me to do this and read sometimes, and I see them like flying. Okay, so for this step, what I'm doing right now is using the pressed powder in the shade Satin, which is like my truer shade. And this is going to really just even out my coverage and bump it up. So it's gonna be super full, it's gonna look matte, and it's gonna look extremely airbrushed, which is what I love. So what I mean by that is it's just gonna look really soft on my skin. It's not gonna look like I'm cakey or I have a ton of makeup on. It's just gonna look very blended and very soft on my skin. It's gonna look like as if it was my skin. So the pressed powder going over it. Now, if you have dry skin, you could skip the setting powders and go straight in with this. I do always, no matter what type of skin you have, recommend using it with a big kabuki brush. It helps you apply it a lot evener and a lot softer in your skin. It also helps you to not overuse products, so it's gonna make your makeup last even longer as well. But we're just gonna keep doing this until everything just looks very blended, very melted, very airbrushed. So I just kind of tap it and then tap. Now, if I was using something like concealer for my foundation, I would do more swirling motions, but I don't want to move around the liquid foundation. I just kind of want to set everything. Yes, so this is in the shade Satin. What darker is the pressed powder, Satin or Taffeta? Satin would be darker than Taffeta, but they're going to both be in the same kind of neutral family, if that helps. Yes, pressed powder and Satin. I have the worst dark circles, almost like I have black eyes. Makeup scenes to make it worse. What would you recommend? Sabrina? Yeah. I said your name right. I hope I did. I actually did a makeup tutorial the other day where I show you color correctors. So if you do have really bad dark circles and no matter what you use, you still see them, they're still making you feel self-conscious, I feel you on that. I was the same exact way. I actually have a ton of tutorials saved on my YouTube channel from when my dark circles were really, really bad. And I used orange and a yellow color corrector. So that would be a really good option for you. Again, you can check out those tutorials on my YouTube channel. Be the easiest way to find them. Fastest way, really. And my YouTube name on there is Rhea Hope. So make sure you go subscribe if you haven't already. But color correctors would be a really good option for dark circles. But honestly, I would start to invest in your skincare. That is how I'm not wearing color correctors right now, is because I really upped my skincare and I became like a slave to the regimen. And honestly, it wasn't until I really became dedicated to putting my skincare regimen every single night that I started seeing results. I started seeing a decrease in my dark circles within 6 weeks. Also, make sure you drink a ton of water. When I always can tell my skin starts to look dark and uneven and just bleh when I forget to drink water. So make sure you are drinking water. All right, so now for contour, I'm just gonna throw this on really fast. I have more in-depth tutorials on how to contour, but for the sake of time, we're just gonna throw it on. So what I'm using is the tapered blusher brush and my beachfront bronzer in the shade Hermosa. You wanna start at the top of the ear and work to the corner of the mouth, kind of this area. And you're just gonna kind of drag it back and forth. See how I'm kind of going, see in that direction? And then I wanna turn it vertically, and then you're just gonna swirl over it, and this is just gonna soften that line up. So it doesn't look really heavy, really dirty, but simply just morphs your face and begins to exaggerate basically your facial structure. Hello from Michigan, awesome. Hello guys. Yes, Uology is the best. There's also a skincare quiz. So if you're not sure what skincare to get, you can always take the quiz. It's under Uology. You can also message me if you want my regimen that I use for my skincare. Just message me and I'll tell you what is my regimen and the boosters. All right, for the forehead, to just warm up your complexion, I always take it and kind of focus it on the temples, and then I bring it down. I don't go beneath my eyebrows, but that's just personal preference. Some people like to make an E and a 3, but it's all what you prefer. But I basically just kind of apply in just that area, just to warm it up. See that? Now for your nose, super duper easy. Squeeze the brush and just run down the sides of your nose. Merry Christmas, hello from Wisconsin. Yes, the Uplift Beauty Serum has a nickname called Botox in the bottle because it really helps tighten your under eye and helps to heal your dark circles. Watching you listen, you're so beautiful. Aw, thanks Rhonda, you're so sweet. And like I keep saying, if anyone needs any help or recommendations, if you have yet to try this makeup, highly encourage it. It's so easy to use, it's so user-friendly, and there's a love it guarantee. So if you don't love anything for any reason, you can always return it for your money back. All right, so now for blush, I'm gonna use my fave. This is the shade Sisterly. It's finally back in stock. It was out of stock for months, and finally it's back. It is the most flattering, beautiful blush out there. It's so pretty. It doesn't look like clown makeup, doesn't make you feel like you're wearing something really bright or dark. Just simply gives you that flush color. See that difference? And it begins to kind of give you this highlighted glow, almost like a dewy finish. So you're just gonna smile, and then I just tap and tap. And work kind of like in an oval shape, just in this area. So apple your cheek and work up to the hairline on both sides. Just like that. Isn't that pretty? See how it has that glow? So again, that was the shade Sisterly. So stinking pretty. All right, so now for our highlight. I love a good highlight. I love this one. This is the shade Pearly in the cream to stick. This would probably be the easiest to use because you can use your finger. All you're gonna do is rub it on the top and then rub it, or not rub it, you're gonna pat it on the highest parts of your cheekbone. For the days that I'm not wearing any makeup, I actually love wearing just this on my skin. It makes it look really, really dewy and healthy. Also gives you this really gorgeous kind of natural glow. So if you are trying to think of ideas that can still make you feel really dolled up without wearing foundation, the cream to stick would be a good option. So again, that was the shade Pearly, and we'll just wipe off everything on our finger. And then now I'm actually gonna go in with the shade Iridescent in our Touch of the Mode Luminizer. So it's this guy, it's so pretty. I feel like angels should sing when you put this one on. So it gives you this really gorgeous kind of like iridescent, get it because it's iridescent, glow. Isn't that pretty? So it doesn't really have a bronzy touch to it, but we're pairing it underneath Pearly, so it's kind of playing off that a little bit, but look how gorgeous that makes your cheekbones. See how it really just shines? So pretty. So that was the shade Iridescent, which is the lightest shade. Isn't that pretty? And then you can always kind of go back and make sure everything just looks really blended, really melted. You don't want it to look like you have any like lines, but essentially it's gonna go contour, bronzer, blush, highlight. And then if you do see a line, you can always kind of take your pressed powder and kind of work it like that. Yes, the makeup really is amazing. I love just how easy it is. I never thought I'd be able to get away with being able to wear full coverage makeup like this. I always thought, oh, I'm gonna look crazy. It's gonna look so heavy on my skin. It wasn't until I got this line that I was able to kind of play around with it and figure out my favorite combination, which would be definitely Liquid Touch and BB Flawless. All right, so now we're gonna use the the Lash Brow Comb. And we're just gonna comb through our lashes and comb through our eyebrows. And this really helps your mascara go on really beautifully. So it doesn't look clumpy, it just kind of looks how it should. This mascara is not meant to comb through your lashes, it's just meant to apply it on there. All right, so we're gonna start with the brow pencil in the shade medium. And on the 26th, the brow pencil is actually gonna be on Steals and Deals, which if you missed that announcement, Unique is doing a new Steals and Deals tab, which is basically just like it's like our sale section for a limited time. So there's gonna be some really, really good products in there. Eyes, lips, lip liners, brow pencil. So make sure that you don't miss out on that. And it's only while supplies last on some products. So if you've been wanting to grab something, but you've been waiting for a good time to do so, the 26th. I'll be sure to post about it and give you guys the link to it, but make sure you set your timers, your alarms, what have you. It's gonna be the perfect time to stock up on some of your favorites. Just like this brow pencil. Oh, it makes it so easy, so fast. See how it really just kind of opens up your eyes? It just like lifts it. So if you experience having like smaller, more squinty eyes, this is a really good trick, really easy, fast trick to be able to make it look like you have more room. Makes it look like you have so much more room for eyeshadow versus this side, which looks a little bit heavier, a little bit lower, a little bit more messy versus that side, which makes it look a little bit cleaner. See that? So brow pencil in the shade medium is what I'm using, and honestly, it's the easiest thing I've ever used to do my eyebrows. Because it's so dainty, it has a retractable tip, so you never have to worry about sharpening it. Comes in 3 colors, light, medium, and dark, and it blends really, really nicely. It's water resistant. It's only 19 bucks full price, but like I said, it's going to be on sale on the 26th. And we're just going to outline and color in. That's all we do. Just like that. So easy. The 26th will be Steals and Deals. Can you use your white cash? No. So white cash can be used on anything and everything except for if it's already on sale, which is the Kudos and Steals and Deals. If you have sparse eyebrows, what I would do is I would grab the brow pencil in the shade Light and I would shape your brows, and then I would use the Brow Obsession palette, which will also be on Steals and Deals, and I would fill in your eyebrows. So if your eyebrows are really thin or really sparse, you don't have any, that would be a really easy thing to do to make it look like you have brows without making it look like they're stamped on. So again, it was the Brow Obsession palette and the brow pencil in Light. And again, if you have any questions or you're like, what did you just say? What should I use? Message me. I think it will probably be launching at 6 a.m. Carrie. I didn't look at, okay, there we go. Yes, 6 a.m. All right, so now for eyeliner. First off, I'm gonna take my Precision eyeliner in the shade Perfect. It's my favorite eyeliner because it actually glides on, stays put, and doesn't build up in my tear ducts, and it's only 15 bucks. So I'm gonna take this first off and do my water lines, which if you wanna do the top water line, but you're new at doing this, what you can do is, it's kind of gross. Take your eye, and then you're just going to color. So if you've always wondered what I do when I'm doing this, that's what I do. So you can either grab it like that, or you can kind of blink onto it. That's what I used to do before I kind of mastered doing that. So it's an easier way to do it. It's kind of gross that you're like, nah, but still. Now you get the picture. All right, so now for this eye look. I was thinking of wanting to do a really fun kind of holiday inspired eye look, but I wanted to do a smoky eye, but that was a little bit more softer. So we're gonna do like a soft black smoky eye. Who's down for that? Okay. So we're gonna take the fluffy crease brush first off, and we're gonna take this color right here, which is the shade Timid. So we're gonna take Timid, and it's just like a matte champagne color, and we're gonna take this and we're gonna put it all over. And this is gonna act as our base. So we're gonna start with this color. And now if you have really dark eyelids like I do, you're gonna really love this color. Not only are these amazing because they have primer infused in them, so this base color would actually help to hold on to all your eyeshadows, but it's also gonna mute your eyes. So you can see that difference there. See how it just kind of mutes it and gives it this like really nice pinky kind of flushed color. So that is first off. Is the shade of the medium brow pencil a warm brown? I would say it's more of like a warm auburn brown, if that makes sense. So if you're like a dark redhead, you could use the medium. Where do I get the palette to hold the eyeshadow? So this is also going to be on my website right here, RheaHopeBeauty.com. Do you guys see it? I don't see it there anymore. I want to write it again. RheaHopeBeauty.com is where you can find all of the makeup I'm using. And this is going to be under the refillable palettes. You can buy it for $4, you can buy it for $8, or we have one that's for $25, which I'll show you guys really fast because I love this. It holds all of my eyeshadow. So it comes like this. It's huge. And it holds all of them. And it comes with a mirror too. So if you are starting to collect them, or you find yourself that you have more than 4, more than 8, grab the 25. It's really nice to have. It's really travel friendly too. All right, so now that we have Timid all over, now we're gonna go in with this color, which is Astute. So this is gonna be like a muted light brown, and this is gonna act kind of as our transition shade, but it's also gonna kind of add a little bit of warmth to our eye. So we're gonna take this, and now we're gonna think of my favorite technique, and you're just gonna do rainbow, rainbow, zigzag. And you're just gonna think that and keep going back and forth and just building up that color. And that way it's gonna be blending it out so it looks very soft. So rainbow, rainbow, zigzag. You can go up onto the brow bone. I always swirl out here in the outside corner and then bring in. And now if you have hooded eyes or smaller, squintier eyes, a tip for you would be to make sure that your eyes are open when you're applying your eyeshadow. So kind of squint like this. It's forcing your hand to go a little bit higher up, so your eyeshadow is going higher. So when you have your eyes open, you can actually see what's going on underneath. So keep that in mind. That's right, you guys know. Rainbow, rainbow, zigzag. So again, this was the shade Astute. And we're just gonna build that up, and it's gonna act as our transition shade. Stealing that from next live. Go for it. Where did you get your Y bracelets? Y bracelets. You mean my beads? These guys? Message me and I can give you the link to it with my discount code. But I am going to go live, or not live. I'm going to go on my Instagram story and give you guys full outfit details. Okay, so that was a fluffy crease brush. Now we're going to switch it up, and we are going to grab this guy right here. So this is called the blending brush. We're going to actually use 2 of them because I love them so much. All right, so now we're gonna grab this really black color called Legendary. So scary. And we're gonna take the blending brush and we're gonna tap it in there. All right, hopefully this goes as well as it does in my brain. Okay, so now we're going to slowly, because it's black, build up this color in the outside corner. If this goes really well, I'm giving myself props because it's basically dark in here. The only light I have is coming from my phone. All right, so we're gonna put this in the outside corner, and then I'm gonna slowly start to blend it up and out. And I'm using the blending brush to do this because I would like how it's not looking like stamped on there, really dark. I want it to look really, really soft and blended. Was my idea in my head. Again, hopefully this comes out as well as I'm picturing it. All right, so we're gonna start to work inward and upward. Trick is always blending, no matter what. If you think that your eye look is not looking right, it's because you probably need to blend more. So I'm avoiding the whole kind of inside in this section of my eye. Just sticking to this outside corner. And I'm using a really light hand. I'm not like shoving it on there and pushing really, really hard. I'm kind of trying to use a lighter hand so it looks even softer too. And then I'm gonna stop for a second and catch up this eye. And I'm kind of just like tapping on this outside corner and then swooping inward. Hello, Merry Christmas. Awesome, Cindy. Just got on. Hello, thank you so much for sharing. I so appreciate that. If you guys haven't done so, it means so much to me when you guys do share these lives. So So thank you in advance. So we're gonna start working this inward on both sides. And then kind of blending it up and out like this. Merry Christmas! Oh, it's freezing there. It's not too bad here, but it has been really yucky and rainy. Okay. So now that we have this on the outside corner and we're blending it in, now we're really starting to kind of pick up that color, which is good. Good, great is what I was trying to say. Great, good. And this outside, bring it in. Okay, so now that it kind of is going downward, totally fine. We're gonna clean it up in a second. But we want this, which I grabbed the wrong brush, to be squared before we move on. Okay, pretty good. So now I'm gonna actually take an empty brush and we're just gonna sweep it and we're just gonna blend it, which is gonna soften all of this out. Thank you, Merry Christmas. Do you have to tip for when you get too dark other than wiping it off and starting over? Yes. So if you get too dark, using an empty brush, nothing's on here, and sweeping it over is gonna lighten it up. And then I'll show you another trick too. But you can always, even if like, for example, so we use that shade Timid right here. So what I could do is I could even go in with Timid and reapply in this section. See how it lightens it up? Almost erases it. We're gonna use that up here too. Okay, now I'm gonna take the Deluxe brush and I'm gonna go in with this, which is called Joyful. And we're gonna grab it on the Deluxe brush and then I'm just gonna kind of pop this on the inner corner. I'll spray it. Which, when you spray your brush, it picks up the pigment a little bit more intentively. And see, now we really get that payout. So if the color is not looking as bright or as dark as you're wanting it, that is what you do. So we're doing this on the inside corner. Okay, now we're basically just gonna do everything one more time. And this is where all the blending comes in. So I'm using Astute, which was that brown in this crease. And then I'm gonna go back with a blending brush and grab Legendary, which was the black. And I'm just gonna kind of focus it in this outside. Okay. Alrighty, and then I'm gonna clean it up a little bit. So I'm gonna actually use my blending brush, or my blending bud, and we're gonna bounce this off our skin. And where I kind of went too far down, you can kind of push more intently in that area, and it's gonna help to pick it up and kind of tighten it up, that area. I don't want it to look like too sharp. I want it to look kind of messy like that, or like blown out. But I don't want it to go beneath this part. So we're just gonna kind of bounce that off our skin. And if you really went too dark, you can always take a little bit of your concealer and pop it on there and really kind of bounce this around to get most of the product off, because you want it to just be very light. You're not like reapplying your concealer, you're just using it to kind of pick up the color. And then blending, so important. And then I'm gonna actually take, this was one of the new products by Unique that they did for Black Friday. It was our precision eyeliner. I actually have one of these left. So if you missed out on it, message me and I can sell it to you. Okay, so now we're gonna just line. Just like that. I'm not gonna do like a crazy cat eye because I don't want it to look too dramatic. I'm using you guys as my mirror, trying to, because this one's so dark. Okay. That's just gonna kind of enhance it a little bit. Okay, now last step is we're gonna take the liner shader brush by Unique for under our eye, and we're just gonna take this guy right here, which was legendary again, the black color. Actually, not that brush. This brush, liner shader brush, which is really nice because you could actually use this brush for your inside corner like we did, and then the liner brush for underneath. So we're gonna take that and just tap it. And then now I'm going to just drag this underneath the lower lash line. I'm not gonna go too crazy with this one because it is like straight black. But this is gonna just give it a more cohesive finished look. And you just wanna stick as close to your under eyes as possible. But you can easily smoke it out, which I'll show you how. So dragging underneath. Just like that. And then you could take this side and you can easily smoke it out. Do this side a little bit right there. There. Late to the party, hello. Thank you, I know I'm really liking the way it's coming together. Okay, so always blend. All right, and then we're gonna spray. Now that's gonna set everything so we can do our eyelashes and our lips. And the reason that I always spray before I do my mascara is easy. It's because it's going to prep and prime my lashes and my lips for the products that are about to come, but also it prevents my eyes from being more wet when I go in with my mascara, because mascara is already kind of wet. So if you were to do mascara then set, you'd just be kind of asking for your lashes to smudge. So if you struggle with your lashes smudging or not staying in place, try setting your makeup before you do them. Oh, thank you. Okay, so now for lashes, we're gonna do the lash primer first, and just like it's a crime to not prime your face, same goes for your lashes. This really is gonna make your lashes stand out and be a statement. It's also gonna be hydrating your lashes, which helps them to grow and also helps to curl them. So I never have to curl my lashes, and it's all thanks to this lash primer, I swear. It's so amazing. And you can actually get the lash primer and the mascara and the Esteem Lash Serum as a set. I was so scared. I know black can be so intimidating, but honestly, as long as you go in with a light hand with it, you can totally play around with it and make it not look so like black, you know what I mean? So blending brush, definitely a must have, and just a light hand. All right, so now we're gonna go in with the 4D mascara, and we're just gonna dust this from the base of the lash all the way up and the inner corner as well. And then we're gonna take it on the back side of the lashes and just kind of dust like that, back and forth. But I love this 4D. It really, really makes your lashes reach for the stars. You're gonna have two different bristles on your brush. It has longer bristles, which have the gel, and then it has shorter bristles, which have the fibers. So together, they really, really make your lashes stand out, and it's totally buildable. You can do as many coats of this as you want. And like I said, you can get the lash primer, the 4D, and the Esteem Lash Serum, which is what I use on my lashes and my eyebrows to help them grow. It's going to be under lashes. So if you go on my website, rayahopebeauty.com, and then go under lashes, you can get it on sale. Because everything that's sold in like a collection or a like a group is discounted on our website. Oh, thank you. Hi, Jessica. X5, got point spray. Yes. The Touch Behold translucent, or Touch Behold. The Touch Behold setting spray is what I used for my setting spray. I also actually use it kind of as a primer as well. All right, so now I'm using my Epic Waterproof Mascara. I love the applicator on here. I think it combs through your lashes really nicely, and it also is gonna make your 4D now waterproof. So there we have it. Really, really fun. I know, doesn't it really kind of make it pop? And it's not like a sharp cat eye, which I love. It kind of makes it look a little bit softer, a little bit more inviting. So if you struggle with mascara on your eyelids, this is my trick. So this mirror is called the Gala. It's by this company called Fancy. Message me and I'll give you the link to it and also a discount code. But it has a white LED light in it. Mine's like slowly dying because it has batteries, but it also has a USB that you could plug in, which would make it a lot brighter, which I need to do. But it turns like this, it swivels, you can go all the way back, you can turn it. But what I love is that it sits like this in a slant. So it helps that when you are applying your mascara, you're not looking straight ahead, which is gonna make your mascara on your eyelid. You're looking downward, which is kind of pulling your lashes outward. So if you struggle with getting your mascara all over your eyes, that is my like trick. Use a slanted, slightly lower mirror. Oh, hi Shelby, welcome. Oh no, make sure that you go, if this is happening to anybody else, so this is a trick with social media. I've been working on social media for almost 4 years. Here's what I figured out. If you are no longer seeing my post or my lives or my photos, sometimes if you or I have been absent for any amount of time and you haven't been looking at my photos or liking them or commenting on them, Facebook or Instagram, I should say both, they decide for you, oh, you're no longer interested in that. So they no longer show it to you. So if you have been missing out on my lives or my pictures on Instagram and or Facebook, make sure today, you do this today, go through my page, like the last 5 posts, comment on maybe 1 or 2 of them. It's going to retell Facebook, no, I am interested. I do like Rhea. I do want to see her things. So make sure you do that on Instagram and Facebook today, just to kind of remind Facebook and Instagram that you do like to see my posts. So if you haven't done that yet, make sure you do that today. Like the last 5, comment on the last 3. Let's do that as a little challenge. All right, so now for lips. This is a pretty bold statement, right? And it needs a bold lip. So we're gonna do the lip liner in Primal. Now I'm gonna tell you guys how I get my lipstick to last all day with eating and drinking and opening presents, giving kisses, all the things. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the lip liner in the shade Primal. This is a true red, has blue undertones, so it makes your teeth look really white. It's only $15, glides on, makes your lips look pouty. So we're gonna take this and we're gonna line our lips with this. Hello, yay, I love all the comments, great job. All right, so now we're gonna line our lips. And I always go kind of slow because it's red. And then here on the top, same thing. And I kind of like to hold my pencil like this rather than straight on. Helps to make it a little bit softer. And just follow the natural shape. Same thing over here. And then I always kind of close. Make sure it looks really even. And then, once we've done that now, we're gonna color in. Doesn't need to be perfect, but wherever you find that it fades the fastest on your lips, really focus on that. So for me, it always will fade right here in the middle. Just like that. And then I can kind of draw out a little bit. Doesn't really matter. But I really focused it on the inside. Okay, so now that we've done that, now we're gonna take this color lipstick in the shade Vein. I love this color. So this is gonna be the lipstick equivalent to the liquid lipstick in the shade Sizzling. So if you like a more matte red lip, I would grab the shade Sizzling. If you like more of a like creamy lipstick, grab the shade Vein in the Opulence lipstick. And then you're just gonna apply from the middle out. And then before I'm like done, I like take my finger and I'm gonna let my finger do the blending. Just like so. And there we have it. There is a gorgeous red lip. And it's gonna stay in place with eating, drinking, whatever, because we have that smudge-proof lip liner underneath. So even if our lipstick fades or comes off throughout the day, we're good, we're square, because we have our lip liner underneath holding it all together. I'm gonna fix this little part right here. There we go. I was like, what is happening on that side? All right, so that was the whole makeup look, right? So festive and fun, a little bit more edgy and glam than we normally do. So this would be really pretty for like Christmas Eve. If you get, I always dress up more on Christmas Eve and then I go more casual on Christmas Day. Who else does that? So this would be really fun for tomorrow. Can you believe it's already Christmas time? I love it. So make sure that if you haven't done so yet, make sure you message me for a color match. If you have yet to grab any of these products, send me a message. I would love, love, love to help you. Make sure that you set your alarms for the 26th for the Steals and Deals tab. I'm so excited for all of those deals gonna happen. And those are gonna be limited time, so make sure you don't miss out. But if you have not grabbed this month's kudos yet, definitely make sure you do so today. Like I said, you get your choice of foundation. So you can get the pressed powder, the BB Flawless Liquid Touch, the stick foundation, all of those are options. And then you also get to choose your choice of lipstick and your choice of mascara. So you get a ton of products. Yeah, I'll make sure to put the full product list in the comments below. And like I told you guys before, if you're not seeing my posts as often as you used to, make sure that you go through all my posts today on Instagram and Facebook, like the last 5 posts you see, and comment on the last 3. That way you'll be reminding Facebook, hey, I do want to see Rhea stuff. So how to not get lipstick on your teeth. Ready? You're going to take your finger, probably a wise idea to wash your hands, and then do that. Stick it in, pull it out, and whatever is on your finger, that is what would have been on your lips. So that is how to prevent it from being on your lips, because you're removing any lipstick that would graze your teeth. So that's how you do it. Thank you. I hope you guys all have a beautiful and safe Christmas. I will try to pop on maybe tomorrow. We'll see what the day is looking like. But I love you guys. I miss you all. Make sure that you shop on my website, RheaHopeBeauty.com, and message me if you guys have any questions or you guys need any help. I'm going to put my full product list in the comments below, and I will also upload this tutorial to my YouTube channel, so make sure that you subscribe there and follow me on Instagram. Both places you can find me if you just search Rhea Hope. So I will see you guys soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.